In a dimly lit room filled with the soft hum of computer servers, Agent Mark Bentley sat hunched over his desk, his eyes glued to multiple screens displaying classified information. Mark was part of a specialized unit within the FBI tasked with investigating breaches of national security. Today, he was focused on the unauthorized release of highly classified documents detailing Israel's potential attack plans on Iranian targets. Mark's heart raced as he clicked through the files. The information was incredibly sensitive, a roadmap of military strategies, asset locations, and timelines. It was a nightmare scenario for both nations involved, and the leak had the potential to destabilize an already fragile Middle Eastern equilibrium. The stakes couldn't be higher. Mark took a deep breath and leaned back in his chair. He knew that time was of the essence. Intelligence agencies from around the world were likely scrambling to either capitalize on the leak or mitigate its damage. The source of the leak was unknown, but the clues pointed to someone with significant access and technical prowess. The list of potential suspects was dauntingly long. Meanwhile, halfway across the globe, in a secure facility in Tel Aviv, Colonel Miriam Katz received notification of the breach. Her face turned a shade paler as she skimmed through the alert. As one of the key architects of the attack plans, she understood the gravity of the situation. Immediate actions were needed to secure any ongoing operations and reassess their strategies. She quickly convened a high-level meeting with intelligence and military personnel. "We're looking at a situation that could escalate rapidly if we don't plug this leak," Miriam said, her voice steady but firm. "We need to find the source and contain the information as soon as possible." Back in the US, Mark was making progress. His team had managed to track the origin of the leak to an obscure IP address in Northern Virginia. A covert operation was quickly put into place to apprehend the suspected leaker. As they neared the location, Mark's phone buzzed. It was a message from Miriam Katz, an invitation to collaborate directly. The screenwriter and Mark briefly considered the irony of the situation. Two nations now forced to work together in a desperate attempt to salvage their security. He quickly composed a reply, agreeing to the partnership. Within hours, Mark and Miriam were on a secure video call, strategizing on how to move forward. Miriam provided valuable insights into the compromised data, while Mark shared the progress of his team's investigation. "We need to act fast," Miriam emphasized. "Our enemies won't wait for us to clean up this mess." "Agreed," Mark replied. "Let's bring this to a conclusion before it spirals out of control." The collaboration bore fruit rapidly. A joint cyber task force from both nations was established, pooling together their expertise and resources. As the walls closed in on the perpetrator, Agent Mark Bentley felt a renewed sense of purpose. Catching the leaker would not only secure the compromised data, but also send a strong message about the lengths to which they would go to protect their nation's interests. In the end, the suspect, a disgruntled former contractor with extensive knowledge of cyber operations, was apprehended just before he could flee the country. The compromised data was contained, and immediate countermeasures were put into place to safeguard ongoing operations.